Hey everyone, welcome to OppiSuomi channel. Today we are going to study about KPT Astevaihtelu. What is KPT Astevaihtelu? It's an important grammar part in Finnish language. This is our study plan for today. Firstly, we are going to discuss what is KPT change and where is it useful, and then what is base Vartalo and what is suffix pääte, and how to use KPT change for word types and verb types, sanatipit and verbitipit. Okay, next KPT change in patterns with examples and important tips for when using KPT changes, and finally some exercises to improve your knowledge. I would like to request you to subscribe our channel OppiSuomi and press the icon of bell to get notification from us. Okay, let's start. What is KPT change? KPT are consonants in Finnish language. Those letters are used very oftenly in Finnish words and Finnish verbs. And what's mean Astevaihtelu? Astevaihtelu means state change, and in this case there are two states. Strong state, we call it vahva aste, and weak state, we called it heikko aste. Naturally, those consonants, KPT consonants, are in a strong state or maybe weak state. With the grammatical diversion, that state can be changed. That decision whether it goes to vahva aste to heikko aste, that means strong state to weak state, or weak state to strong state, or remaining as it is, will depend on special reasons. You will gradually understand those reasons with the future lessons. You need to learn all the verb types and word types in order to know when KPT change applies and when it doesn't. I will discuss on sanatipit and verbitipit in another separate videos. I will put their links in description. As you improve your studies, this will become more clearer and easier. Sanatipit. Sanatipit, there are nouns and adjectives in Finnish language, and under verbitipit we'll learn about verbs. There are several groups of sanatipit and 6 groups of verbitipit. So let's look at KPT changes for nouns. In Finnish language, instead of prepositions like in, from, to, they use suffixes. Suffixes means something that add to the end of the word. For the convenience, I compared the Finnish word with English word so you can understand it easily. This is an example, a very simple example. Here perusmuoto or basic form is talo. Talo means house, and it's Vartalo stem. Vartalo means stem, also same to the basic form talo. So we add suffixes according to grammatic case. Well, let's see what is Vartalo and what is pääte. Nouns and adjectives in Finnish language categorized according to their last letter, last two letters, or maybe last three letters. Don't confuse now. I will discuss this with more details in another video. So that word convert into stem. In Finnish language, stem called Vartalo in order to change a word and what we grammatically mean. There are 15 grammatical cases. So important thing is to understand what is the stem, Vartalo, and then add the suffix pääte. I take a simple example to describe what is Vartalo and what is pääte. So imagine a computer that in inactive state. We can connect devices one by one using an adapter, but each device has specific adapter. When we connect a device to the computer through the adapter, it will active and runs program. So this computer acts as a stem, that Vartalo. Device is same to grammatical case, and that adapter is like a suffix, pääte. I think now you get little idea about what is pääte and what is Vartalo. If you are still not familiar with word types and those grammatical cases, for now forget about all of them and focus on what is Vartalo and what means a suffix. I have told that there are 15 grammatical cases and there are word categories. KPT changes depend on those grammatical cases and word types. We will learn them in more advanced level in our next videos. Let's see how KPT change used for verbs. It varies upon the persona types. That means conjugated personal nouns and verb types. Personal nouns in Finnish language you may know already. Minä, sinä, hän, me, te, and he. I think you can understand easily by looking this example. Here there is no KPT change as I want to explain the basic theory only. We can discuss more examples at the end of the video. So infinitive is puhua, that means speak. So Vartalo is puhu. Vartalo obeys great according to verb type. There are 6 verb types. We will discuss them later. For now, remember that using of KPT change for verbs or depend on verb type and personal noun in order to use. I have already told you that there are 6 different verb types, verbitipit, and this may seem complicated, but don't worry if you are still in first step. Once you have studied verb types and word types, come back to here and it will be very clear then. So in verb type 1, I have told you that there are 2 states in KPT change, vahva aste and heikko aste, strong state and weak state. In verb type 1, that aste changes to strong to weak. In verb type 1, KPT change used oftenly, and there's no KPT changes for verb type 2, but there are 2 exceptions there. We will discuss it later. So in verb type 3, KPT change as heikko aste to vahva aste. That means weak state to strong state, and same as verb type 4. And there is no KPT change in verb type 5, and in 6 there also a weak state to strong state. So this is how it works. So first one, ko into ko, and next pe into pe, and then te into te. So you can understand well with that examples I mentioned. So next one is ko. Ko changes into nothing. You can see it in the example. Lukaya, there's ko, but when it changes into weak state, there's only lue. There's no ko here. And next one, pe halpa, and it changes to halva with v. P p plays with v when it goes to weak state. And next one is te, t replaced with d. Katu changes with kadu. So if ko together with n, it changes into nge. In example, you can see kaupunki changes into kaupungi. So if t together with n, it will change into nn. Luanto change into luanno. So as before, pe together with m, it change into mm. Kampa change into kamma. So next one is te together with l, it change into ll. Ilta change into illa. Next one is te together with r, it change into rr. Parta change into para. So I mentioned more changes, KPT changes, but these examples use very rarely. So ko with u, uku change into ubu. See the example first. Puku change into puvu. The ko replaced with we. So next one is yuki, yky change into yvy. Kuki, that means ability. Kuvi change into kuvi. So next one is elko I, elko e, uki. Yalki change into yalye. Lke change into lye. So next one is arko e. Yarki change into yarye. So ko replaced with ye. English we use j, but in Finnish ye sound is like ye. Remember that if ko pt together with s, ko t, ho, there's no KPT change for them. So look at those examples. Keski, there's no KPT change, it remains as it is. And este puisto, no KPT change. And for as a sotkea, there's no KPT change for that also. And remember that if two vowels next to the consonants, there is no KPT change at all. Example, keitio, there are two vowels after the consonants te, and it will not change. So remember this fact. You may sometimes stuck for a moment if there are more than one KPT cases in word. Here you should consider only last syllable only. Don't worry, it's not difficult to identify. You will understand it with more exercises. But you must recognize the verb type, if it is verb or word type, and also grammatic state. Then create the Vartalo with considering KPT change, and finally you can add the proper suffix. So I think it's important to memorize those KPT changes. Here are some exercises for you. I provide the answers also. So that's all for today. I have to go now. Nakema.